Got a class starting soon. It's part of my Going Deeper series. This is shadow work. Shadow work just means that when we're triggered by the outside world, we turn within and we do the work on the inside. And in my Going Deeper series, we use myths and fairy tales to contextualize what we're looking at. This class is about Little Red Riding Hood and the of Medusa, so it's very juicy material. And here's some of the things you can expect to dive into. When the idea of now I'm not victim, I'm simply seeing a moment where my role might be different than I wanted it to be. Humility is what I go for a lot. Is that when we recognize in a moment that something happened because we weren't in our strength, or we weren't in our power, that can be a disowned victim, sort of creating that everything's going to victimize us. But that when we know it and own it, it's like, then we stop seeing the world as if we're the victim, and it becomes more internalized. And then we're going to be a little bit better at knowing when to apply our personal power to get what we want and when to back up and say, this might not be for me. Like in the adult experience of that would just be a matter of me feeling a little embarrassed or shy about saying, look, that's not going to work for me. And yet before that conversation, I found myself sort of weeping, like weeping, because suddenly I was hip to, oh my God, the feeling is if I don't do the thing that's asked of me, I won't be loved. The woods are feminine nature. This is the most important thing to me about the idea of woods and non-woods, is that in the idea of the binary, masculine and feminine principle, out of the woods and in the light of day would be masculine territory, and the dark of the woods is feminine territory. Everything about change and transformation is feminine, including the fact that most of it happens inside of something that we would think of as a womb. The woods are that womb, W-O-M-B, and profoundly feminine in nature, so that something can grow and change by virtue of going into the woods. One of the things I love about astrology in this is that now there's a model of the distinction between conscious awareness and our unconscious experience. Because the sun is our conscious awareness, just burning brightly in the middle of everything, never stopping its bright burn. That's us, fully conscious, never stopping the bright burn of our conscious awareness that we see with and operate with day to day. And so we think that's it. Like, oh my God, here's the experience I'm having. Meanwhile, the moon steps in and says, all right, I see you over there, you brightly burning sun. You think you're all that in a bag of chips. I got the unconscious in my pocket, and it's everything that's behind me.